gambling a
Yeah.
lot with YouTube. Sometimes I feel like
it is. There are
just like you hope that the eye lands on your channel and your stuff gets thrust into the recommended.
Yeah, I mean, but
So-
that happens. There's always gonna. I mean, with every kind of social media, from Facebook to friggin' anything, there's always going to be the people that are picked out of the crowd and thrust into the atmosphere. They really didn't do anything to get there. They just got there.
I just spent more money.
Nice. And then there's going to be the people who actually have to put the work in. And I'm okay with doing that. The point is, YouTube it's a career and it's a business.
True.
But it's one where you have to be patient. First of all, if you're like me, I haven't spent any money on the quality of shit. I use my iPhone. Yeah, that's mail. I use my fucking iPhone. I do things like this with you, and that's it. I don't have microphones, and I don't do editing, and I don't do any of that shit. So I just bring on random people and talk about dumb shit, and that's for an hour, and then I post it up.
Try and keep it going. If there's dead air, then it is what it is.
Yeah, basically.
Well, that's like a future thing.
Yeah.
It's concerned for when you can hire an editor.
Yeah. But I mean,
Or
like,
when you learn to edit.
basically the point is there's an audience out there for everything, and I'm willing this time to be patient to find mine.
Hell yeah.
So
Patience is key. My freaking game. Why did I censor myself there? It's YouTube.
Fuck.
This isn't my work.
fuck.
This
There you go.
fucking game is
Well, yeah,
already done down.
you're on my internet.
I don't want to play it because it's a very reading heavy game, and I will have to focus on it intently. So I will save that for later. But this,
What is that?
that is called Road Warden.
What is that one?
It is an illustrated / text-based RPG.
So like really no action sequence. It's all writing.
Well, I assume it's going to be combat, but yeah, like old school text-based stuff. So combat will be typing your moves or selecting abilities from a menu, I assume.
Tell the wizard to throw the orb.
I will. I don't know if I'm going to meet a wizard. I can't tell if this is fantasy.
Right.
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. But hey, it should be fun.
Yeah.
And here goes the year's best interactive fantasy novel. New accolades trailer.
I haven't found.
It is fantasy.
Yeah. I haven't found a new game that I actually want to play in a long time.
There's breaks in between a lot, and I understand to an extent because I want like things that are great take an amount of effort.
Yeah.
Like all the associated stuff that's come out particularly recently that has been exceptional ends up having years of development behind it, and that's part of why it's so fucking good, as well as the team of people there.
Well, no, it's just like what you were saying. I can't find anything that captures my interest anymore. It's not my attention. I have plenty of time.
It's the same.
I have plenty of time. I have nothing but fucking time.
Well, yeah, it's the same thing. It has to. It's a different word.
Yeah, I don't really have the attention span. Like, so I revert back to my old games, but then within 5 minutes I'm bored and I'm turning the game off because I already know what it is. I've played it.
Well, I don't know how inclined you are really to story games either, which kind of hurts your odds. Everything that's been good that's come out recently has been a story game.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure I could get into Elden Ring, but
Well, the thing is, Elden Ring, you're not really gonna. You could beat that game 100 times and not know shit if you didn't you didn't seek it out.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Is like probably an hour. I'd play it once and then I wouldn't play it again. There's not a whole lot that keeps my interest alive.
Well, the
anymore.
thing is, like, it's really. Here's the thing. Either you would play it for an hour and never play it again, or
Don't worry, he just took a hit.
You would fucking love it, and you would end up destroying it because you haven't experienced the type of game. You haven't played Dark Souls, have you?
No.
At any point? Like, it's a very specific type of game. It's either very much for you or it's gonna piss you the fuck off immediately. Like, you would know pretty quick.
Well, like when I did Pillars of Eternity, I loved that game right up until a certain point. Like the build up for that game for me was the big war scene to win the keep, to protect the keep. As soon as that was over, I didn't care about the game anymore. Wasteland 3 I played like 3 times from beginning to end. And I loved all of it, but now...
Just have better genocide options?
No, just now I can't pick the game up anymore because I already know what it is.
Well, I mean, like, is that why you beat Wasteland 3 times as opposed to Pillars? Were there better options for what you wanted to do, like recruiting the psycho serial killer guy?
No, cousin Pillars, you can do that too.
Gotcha. So it's just setting, basically.
Yeah.
You're more interested in the Wasteland story universe.
Yeah, I liked it as opposed to the fantasy one because it was realism.
Again, I find it so funny how I lean hard into the story of just about anything that I can go.
Yeah.
The exception, Elden Ring and most FromSoft games do wind up being a bit of an exception because everything is so fucked up in the world already.
Yeah.
That I don't really care if I'm being a dick because I'm going to get cool looking armor and some nice weapons. So, for the sake of my style, I will hunt down my fellows and murder them.
Right.
even the chill goat guy.
Dude, I don't know.
Even New Havel.
I don't know why I lean so heavily into that. I don't know why like the game has to allow.
Well, you would probably you could definitely fucking kill every single person and thing you meet in Elden Ring. Yeah. But you're gonna fuck yourself out of a lot of really strong shit.
That's what I mean. Well, like that's when I took your advice on that with Pillars and Wasteland, and I did the quest first. And then I went back and accepted the reward and then wiped them out.
Also, like, I fucking love the idea of you getting out and attacking. You would literally be one of those people. You would be that game journalist who left a negative review of Elden Ring because they attacked the first non-hostile NPC. And in that game, the NPCs are fucking badasses. Yeah. So, like, if you're less than level 50, you're probably in a bad position. Yeah. And this guy just walked out of the door to give a review of the game. He'd never played. It was new. Hit the first non-hostile guy who you can talk to, and he just whooped his fucking ass.
It just wipes you out.
And you respawn right next to him, too. The place that you sit at, like the bonfire for these games, is right next to him. He's hostile every time you get back up.
That's so funny. Why? Because you hit him once?
Yeah, they stay hostile. So, like, I did that with my first ever character. I just ran the fuck away, though. I'm not an idiot.
That's so funny. You know, I think it's not really the genocide either. It's just the freedom to do whatever. Because like I could play Pillars and I could play Wasteland 3 pure. I could do it, and it would not be boring to me. I just like games that give you the freedom to do to be a good guy or to be like a legitimate fuck. I like those. That's why I love D&D so much.
Yeah. I mean, it captures an experience that you can't quite get anywhere. And I mean, it never will. Yeah. It's the similar problem to like cybersecurity. Yeah. Why security measures can never really keep up with hackers, because D&D and hacking is a constant, free, evolving thing. Yes. And security measures or game rules are very static. Yeah. You have to put them in place to make the game.
I mean, that's why when they tried doing turning D&D into an MMO, I knew the game was going to be absolute shit.
Well,
I knew it was going to be crap.
It kind of sucks. It's still in the area. I'm wondering if we are ever going to exit this era of shit video game movies. Because apparently, here's the thing. Comic books, I've heard people speak about this older and seen like a little bit more of a perspective. Comic books were like this for a long fucking time. Yeah. So the hope, I still personally hold out hope that every video game or every movie based on a video game that comes out, I'm still sitting there like, maybe this one will be good. Yeah. Like, I have to hope, because at some point, one of those is actually going to be bomb, and I'm gonna watch it. Yeah. You know. Sometimes it's good fun too. Like, I'm wondering how the D&D movie that's coming out is going to be, because it always has potential. It's really dependent. I mean, I feel like the best thing it could be is a funny B movie.
Yeah. But like, here's the thing: is like even, and this is going like really critical, is the whole point of D&D, even if you're using your computer, is using your mind. It's using your brain. It's using dice and deciding shit on the spot, having a plan. How do you turn that into a movie? I mean, what are they gonna do when they get into a fight in the movie? They're gonna go back and forth. My turn, your turn, my turn, your turn. In a movie,
They might do that. As
I
a
hope,
joke once.
dude. I hope not, man.
Like the thing is, here's the idea.
Or they sit down and roll dice.
Either they're gonna go so serious that it's really cringy.
Yeah.
And you end up with a lot of like a woman with fucking elven ears attached to herself, confessing her love to a weird fat dude underneath a tree somewhere.
Yeah.
Either it's gonna be really weird and like take itself too seriously, or it's gonna go super meta. And there's gonna be a lot of references to actual D&D. There's gonna be like a lot of joke shit. Like people are gonna just be getting surprised and be like, "Oh, I guess I failed my initiative roll." Wink.
Right?
And
Yeah. People
I don't
rolling,
think it'll be that direct.
like people rolling dice before they make a decision, or it pans over to the wizard who's going through his book trying to choose a spell.
I hope it could be like meta. Like that's a decent. I feel like you could incorporate easily the wizard looking through the spell book, like, "Fuck, what do I use?"
Yeah. Or the sorcerer bragging about how they got their spells versus what the wizard has to do.
Yep. He asked me to create a faction that hates them and monitors them.
Nice.
Wizards who feel that sorcerers and the like are pretty dangerous and need to be kept under control.
Yeah. I've actually been I don't know how far it's gonna go, but I've been playing a lot of World Box.
Nice.
Well, like today I did.
Solid game.
Well, because like it's very open to experimentation.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. Like today, throughout yesterday and today, I think I ran it. I think I kept my phone plugged in and I kept the program open and I saved it every once in a while so it wouldn't crash. But I kept it running for about 24 hours, which in that game is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like 24 hours, the fucking and I made it so that they couldn't betray each other. They couldn't attack each other. Random animals that would kill them wouldn't pop up. There was no weather problem. There was none of that shit. And basically what I did was I isolated 1/4 of the map with lava and mountains so no one could get around it. And I made that 1/4 orc. And then I made the other 3/4 human. And I just let them sit there and build. And I didn't give them anything extra. I didn't take anything away.
The shit appears as time passes on the map.
Minerals and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, just grows like trees.
But like after that day, I put a bridge and then I released them and the orcs fucking wiped them out. But it was 700 orcs versus 3,000 humans, and the orcs became stronger and wiped all the humans out.
Well, yeah, it depends on how fast you take the territory. Plus, the orcs are actually good. They kill.
Yeah.
They kill pretty fucking well.
But like I monitored what the kingdom was building. Like it is basically all the humans were able to do in that time, in the 3,700 years that their kingdom was alive. All they were able to do was steal armor, steal weapons. The fucking orcs did mithril, adamantine.
Yeah.
Fucking all that shit.
They will make decisions sometimes that are odd, but like I think there are actually things behind it that sort of go down. Like there's actual like housing progression and mining progression that the humans prioritize, whereas orcs are set to prioritize we kill shit real good.
Yes.
As fast as possible.
The other funny part, the thing that I really wanted to do was I had just regular animals spawn. So you could get anything from a wolf that will attack or a chicken that won't. Humans, you could put all the farm animals out there, they're not going to attack them unless they're hungry. Orcs kill everything. So after this 24-hour period when I built the bridge to release them, I had level 10 orcs just off of killing chickens.
They also get extra shit every single kill as well, like materials for their home.
Yep.
And better chances to get loot.
Yep, just off of fucking killing chickens and cows and wolves, and then the humans were all still level 1 and 2, and I had a whole army of level 10s.
I can't quite get back into that game ever.
Why?
But because it just doesn't. I watched it a lot.
Yeah.
And now it like doesn't have quite the same feel as it did. But like the first campaign through it, or like the first instance I had where I fully designed the map and I made the little like canyon area between mountains for the orcs and
Yeah.
gave them a little bit less, but let them sort of grow isolated, and then building land bridges to areas after things got settled down.
Yeah.
Because I made a super detailed world, and then it was a hell of a thing to watch it all go down. Because at that time I was still interested enough that I literally put it on and I was like, all right, fast forward and I'm literally going to spectate this series.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It is.
There's a lot of potential in that game.
Yeah.
I just feel like I need to be more directly involved in things I play most of the time. It's one of the reasons I love the idea of The Sims. I can't play The Sims either anymore because it's spectating other characters.
It's so boring. There's only so much you can do in that game.
Oh, I progressed through it at one point for like I had a family that I actually legitimately, without cheating, took to be rich.
Yeah.
But which was wild to my mind now, especially.
Yeah.
So I'm like, holy fuck, that must have taken how many hours of playtime did I have on one family in The Sims?
I did a family that started off as just a husband and wife, and then they ended up having, I think, like 4 children together. And I played the game to the point where the parents both aged out and died, and the kids grew up, and then all had careers and all had kids.
I want a Sims game where I can have like 16 Sims. Because my families are always too small.
Well, there's mods. If you play it on
The Sims,
if you play it on
supportive.
if you play it on the computer, there's mods where you can literally take the restriction of people off and have as many as you want. It's 8. That's 8 is 8, but it includes pets. If you have pets.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem. I don't like that.
There is a way to have pets without adding them to your family though, but you have to trap them in your house. You go over to Oasis Springs and you just kidnap the strays and you trap them in your house and then you have pets.
Yeah, no, I literally, because I enjoy adding new people to the family and seeing them progress and grow, but I don't enjoy seeing them go, you know?
Yeah.
So I end up with the 8 really fucking quick, and I can no longer accept any other strays or any other people who wander by who are chill. Plus, the more people you get, like, you can have half of them out earning money, and you get rich as fuck, and then you play with the other half. Because shit, while they're working, at the beginning of a real, like, Sims game, I usually start with 2 couples, and all 4 of them fucking work.
Yeah.
So the half the game is just me on full fast forward, like, everybody's at work.
Right.
Doo-doo-doo.
And I always end up with a full-time maid and gardener, so they don't have to waste time cleaning the house.
Yeah, I usually hire. There was the item that you can buy the coffin.
Yeah.
Gives you the skeleton maid. I like that.
Yeah.
Bonehilda.
Yep.
Broomhilda. Frau Blucher.
Yeah. One of the weird things I do on there is if I have multiple people living in the house, like if it's more than 2 adults, if it's like 2 men, 2 women, I make them polygamous.
Oh yeah. I cannot. I don't mod, so I can't do that.
No, that's not a mod.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah, no.
Well, yeah. There's like a lifetime wish thing as well.
Yep.
You can get that removes jealousy.
Yep. Yeah.
Interesting.
But like the family trees in there get so wild.
What the fuck was I gonna search?
I have no idea. The family trees on that get so insane because like when you have a polygamous couple and then like both of the men have a child with the same woman and then the other woman, the family trees get so fucking weird. I love how they try to map them out.
Mm-hmm.
Like my vampire that has 100 children.
Shit, man, how do I gotta get these boots off. My feet are itching so bad.
So get your boots off.
Fuck.
What do you got, athlete's foot?
Probably.
Got some gangrene going?
Just been cooped up in them.
Yeah.
This whole fucking time. Had to wear the boots today because I fucking left my shoes out last night and rained on them. Whoops.
Let it be known if I stop talking, it's because his feet knocked me out cold.
It's true. I killed him. Oh, wait, no, you went lower. Can I have another Pepsi, please?
I went lower.
Yeah. You went worse than I did. Oh wait, no. You went less intense than I did.
Yes.
I went straight for death.
Yes.
It's like, I will kill you.
That's alright.
Oh my god.
Take your socks off too, man. Let your feet air out. You need it.
I know I really shouldn't be doing this. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, let it air out.
Well,
Take your sock off, let your feet air.
I'm certain I'm gonna rip my fucking feet out pretty badly doing this.
Yeah, so stop.
Feels good though, man. I don't know. There is nothing quite like an itch. You know what I'm saying? A good itch. Oh.
A good scratch.
Yeah.
Where's your favorite place to scratch?
Between my toes.
Yeah.
As it turns out. It's like probably the place where I mean it's definitely the place where when I start scratching I can't stop.
Yeah.
Or it's the hardest to stop.
I don't know. I don't really have a favorite place. There's like, you know, the cliche scratching your balls, but
Well, that's just a thing that you have to do every once in a while. That's like a mandatory move. Like, listen, we all get uncomfortable. It just fucking happens.
Right? We
They're
all
swinging
know.
around all day. They assume weird positions. Sometimes you gotta adjust. We understand this. We try not to pass judgment if we see other people doing it. In
Yes,
public.
it is well known. Sometimes you can't duck around a corner to do it. Sometimes you just gotta do it.
You're like, all right, the person I'm with is one step ahead of me out this door. All right,
Exactly.
here we go.
Unless they turn around at the wrong time, they're not gonna see. So just get it done.
And then they turn around, and you're like, oh, well, that's a sexual harassment lawsuit.
No, man. See, they don't turn around, and then they're none the wiser. And then
Oh, no, see.
they're none the wiser, and then you shake their hand later,
Yeah.
knowing that you.
Well, I don't. To be fair, I don't usually put my hand in my pants to do it. I don't know what you're like. Usually, I'm going over. You know.
No,
I'm not
man.
actually touching my balls.
No, man. I dig right in there. I dig right in there.
Nice.
See,
Do you just like scoop some of the cheese out of your crack, like right at the top too, under your fingernail?
Hell yeah.
Shake their hand.
Same thing with the asshole.
Hey,
When you have
smell
to-
my finger.
When you have to scratch it in public, I don't go over my shorts. I go right in there. And just.
You know, you get that scratch where it's like it's just slightly open, so it's right on the rib. It goes all the way around. Jesus H. You know, itches, man. They're interesting.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I was trying to figure out how to buy fucking movies, but I'm gonna have to go to the right app on this computer.
No, fair enough. Yeah, I just.
Kind of blows.
I don't know. I don't buy them on the computer. I buy them on Amazon.
What streaming things do you have? This would have to be after the podcast thing, but do you think Young Frankenstein is on anything that you have?
Maybe.
Because Young Frankenstein, I'm itching. I made the Blooker joke.
I'm gonna
That's
see if I
what I
have
have.
anything for that. Give me a minute.
Oh, fuck. They're really not that bad. They're a little hairy.
I know, but I might have something.
Oh, I do have well, no, those are bug bites. Oh my god, dude. I have so many bug bites. It looks like I've got acne on my feet. But it's just so many mosquitoes get into my place at night. Fuck. Oh my god, it's awful. My feet. Not great. So, I wish I'd had more time to run through that thing.
What's up?
I wish I had had more time to speak about that concern I had at work.
Yeah.
But my concern was literally walking in the door. So felt like maybe you could find a better time to speak at length about that subject.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything.
It's alright, I stopped.
Hi.
Whew.
Hi. What's a dermatologist?
Skin specialist.
Does that have to do with that shit?
I mean, I think so. It's I assume it's like a skin rash.
Well, I mean, if you look it up on your computer, you can see for yourself.
Yeah, but I don't want to. I'm just gonna suffer with it. It's cheaper that way.
Here, just Google this and see if this can be used for.
No, I'll have cancer. I'm sure if I Google something, I'll have cancer.
No, just Google the name of that and see if it can be used on.
This is ketamine. It's not. It's ketoconazole.
Go.
Sounds like a pasta.
Not yet. Hugs and go.
It's like a pasta product.
Right?
Ketoconazole.
Yeah, just whatever. Google the name and see if that can be used, because I have no idea.
See accompanying product literature. Apparently there is literature for the use of this.
Yes, of course there is. There has to be.
Contains a bunch of words.
It contains a bunch of words that no one cares about.
Prescription only. I think I will pass on this.
I think you'll what?
I think I will pass. Thank you very much.
It might help.
It's not really that bad, usually.
Fair enough.
Flares up every once in a while. I gotta.
You sure it's cream?
I gotta
You can put it on your nutsack.
No, I'm good.
You sure?
I've got cream.
Alright.
Uh-huh. It streams on Peacock. Do you have Peacock?
No.
Fuck.
No, we have. I don't even know what we have anymore. I know we have Prime and then some other shit that you can get on there. And we've got Netflix. We had Hulu at one point.
Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I do not wish to watch the new Jordan Peele movie because the last one had a plot twist at the end that I just found insulting.
Really?
And so it kind of turned me off to the man's movies a little bit.
Fair enough. Nope.
I
You
thought
can go
that
watch
the-
one of yours. Too bad.
I thought that the girl being replaced by her clone self was pretty cool. That was a good twist.
Yeah.
I hate, as if I am a fan of the SCP Foundation and all the fantasy literature that comes with that, I hate the idea that a cloning facility would exist that's taking people's DNA from a carnival and cloning them as an experiment. That would exist, and then when they decide to shut it down, they would leave all of the clones alive in a room that is unlocked underneath the carnival.
Yeah.
That was the premise. Like, what?
I mean, were they?
You know what the SCP Foundation would have done? They would have shot every one of them.
Are they?
And buried them.
Were they hoping to do a sequel, and that was kind of a hook, or was that it?
No, like it ended with all the people outside murdering their real versions.
Wow. What?
I mean, an interesting premise. The only thing.
What an oversight.
The only thing, yeah. Like again, absolutely 100% anyone from the SCP, because they do some fucked up shit. That's one of the reasons it appeals to me. It kind of, because it leans serious and it covers every specification because it's a public writing project. There are all kinds of entries. And generally, it's been agreed upon by people that security is not to be fucked with.
No.
Like, the idea of the SCP Foundation is most of the shit you're writing about can end the world.
Yeah.
There's a specific qualifier for can end the world. So, we don't fuck around with loose system shit.
Right.
In order to protect the world. Like, execute all of our failed clones and then leave them down there and just fill the entire thing in all the way from the back to the front with concrete.
Yeah.
There you go. That's it. It will be impossible to tell that there was ever a lab there.
Pretty much.
Until you start digging and find bodies in 100 years, but fuck it, it ain't gonna matter by then.
Right.
You're like, ooh, what are these weird retard skeletons? Oh, I said something offensive again.
Oh no. You said retarded. Dude, again, man, I wish I could stand the sound of my own voice, because I would play the episode on here with Veronica. The conversation her and I had on here, that if my channel was big at all when we had the conversation, I would have been canceled immediately. And I still posted it.
Yeah. I try not to lean too much into it because I feel like for the, it depends on how far exactly you intend to go with it. But I prefer not to poke the beast.
Well,
it's decided there are rules.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm actually like, I don't know if I'm seeking out the Karens. Because I don't know how I get away with it.
Well, the issue is going to be the site.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah.
My idea is that eventually YouTube would be the issue. They're going to be the first people to voice like, hey, censorship.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's their platform.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear that as well.
Yes. I think that is. What the hell? What are you doing?
Small diversion. I really do want to watch Young Frankenstein tonight. That is a freaking great movie. Great movie. It's Willy Wonka, right? Yes, it is. Yes, it is Willy Wonka. What a fucking cat. She probably wouldn't like me saying fucking baby strap it.
Get her dressed, go play. Get yourself dressed too. Yeah, stop opening it.
I really want to play this for a game. I want to play my shit.
Play what? The game?
My Road Warden game.
You're not allowed.
I shall play it later. How much time we got?
31 minutes.
Fuck. I don't want to talk anymore. Bye.
That's how I feel a lot of the time, actually.
Okay, I couldn't handle that. That was fucked up. I can't do that.
This is actually the first one that you and I have done since the beginning where games were like 2-minute conversation and then the rest was just
shit.
Balls.
Shit.
Balls and itchy feet.
Yeah, balls and itchy feet, they both happen. I needed to uninstall something, that's right. What should I uninstall? Goodbye, Civilization 5.
I can't wait to go to Vegas, dude.
What a sneeze.
That was a sneeze.
Nice.
Oh, are we still doing the Universal thing?
I don't think so.
It's alright.
Yeah, it's just would be too much. I need to save money. And I would like to go at some point, but I will have a lot of money by the time I get another week off. Yeah. I will let you know.
Well, that's, I've applied to a lot of jobs that showed interest, but
we might have an opening coming up here.
Oh.
Like if you end up wanting to work. Apparently we do not hire women for manual labor positions, for field positions.
Oh, okay. Why?
It's in practice.
Oh.
Let's not get into it.
Fair enough.
You know why.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Let's just skate over that one.
Yeah. But,
and nothing in the office is open?
well, they're looking for somebody to replace what Savannah does right now, because she's like a customer-facing person. She takes people's orders when they come in.
Yeah.
And plans where we go out on jobs. But that's experience. You require a lot of experience to do that.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, she has like 8 years of customer service, but
Well, that's talking. I don't worry about her talking to the customers, and I told them that she's been customer-facing for a long time.
Yeah.
So she knows that part of it. But
Yeah.
you need to know all the aluminum terms. You need to know what people are ordering when they come in. And half the time, they don't know what they want.
Fair enough.
So you have to take their general descriptions and find an actual product name.
Flesh it out for them, yeah.
And then you have to order it. You have to make sure inventory is taken for the entire shop. She does a lot.
Why is she leaving?
Well, I think she wants somebody else to do all that crap. She's the owner.
Oh. I thought the owner was a guy.
Yeah, that's her dad.
Oh, that's the daughter. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's the owner. She ain't got to be in the office.
Right? She doesn't want to be doing that shit.
Fuck, I would do it.
Yeah.
I like working in the field with these guys, but I think I would be good at that as well.
Yeah.
Particularly because it seems like there's just an array of questions that you have to ask people.
Well, I mean, the problem is that's a full time, right? So if you
Well, yeah,
if you did that,
in the
you wouldn't
field
be in the
anymore.
field anymore. Would you be able to handle doing that?
Yeah.
Because I think you like the field work. Wouldn't you miss
I
it?
do like the field work, but there's a lot of manufacturing done in the shop
Fair
as
enough.
well. Like we manufacture all the gutter, all the trim and everything like that. We put it all there out of white.
Yeah, like
flat.
the manufacturing and machining and shit. That's what Jenna wants to do. So if there was a spot open for that, she would do it.
Fuck, man. I mean, he appeared to consider it, but the lack of experience is probably going to be a killer on that one.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, no, not the customer service part, just the manufacturing portion. If there
They're
was
super-
someone, if there
They're
was
super small though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So I don't think they're looking to add another person.
fair enough.
The only reason I say there might be an opening for you soon at some point is because I think literally everybody is about to bitch about Joe because of today.
Yeah.
Because he did nothing all day. I've already,
Yeah, you already made your complaint.
I already filed a formal complaint.
Mm.
Meaning I walked in and respectfully said what happened.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a rat here.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to shit on the man's name. But he is really taking advantage.
Listen, I don't
of a lot of stuff.
I don't consider that a rat. All right, a 6-person team was sent to a job that required 6 people,
It
and
did-
five of them did the work, and one of them drew his multi-dollar paycheck.
4.5 of them did the work. I'll give the guy half a person.
Fair enough. Oh, the runner.
Yeah.
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 Okay, but one of them spent his whole day drawing his multi-dollar paycheck doing nothing. That, complaining about that to the office is not being a rat.
Like I need to be, I need to be tactful, and like to be fair, I don't know. As far as my relationship with him, don't care. That is like, particularly when I work with you, the way that you work is the quickest way to determine whether I'm gonna like you or not like you.
Exactly.
And I really don't like him.
Well,
Just based on this. Like I don't want to look at the dude. I told you that already.
yeah.
It's freaking, because it just makes me mad. He acts like he just glosses over it.
What?
Like it doesn't matter that he didn't do anything all day, or like we're just gonna not notice and then refuse to ever acknowledge it.
Yeah, no, I completely understand that. Like, that shouldn't. I don't consider that being a rat. A rat is like if it's something that everyone enjoys doing, that gets them through their day, and you're the one person that doesn't enjoy it, so you go and tell the office, and then
Spoil it.
yeah, that is a rat. But someone literally someone literally stealing from the company because they're drawing a paycheck and not doing the work.
See, this is what other people say. I'm trying to lean a little lower with my language because I know how long the man's been there.
Yeah.
Because I'm bringing this up on Monday when I help the actual boss move.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I know he's worked for you for 16 years, man. He has probably been milking you for that paycheck for at least 2. And he's about to start milking your daughter for a paycheck in the same way.
Yeah.
So this is really something. I like he's a very kind guy. I think that might be one of his most flawed traits.
Yeah. Oh, the boss.
He's friends with the guy.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much he cares that he's just giving him a paycheck.
Fair enough.
Like he does something, but here's the thing. I don't think. Well, he doesn't bring in nearly as much money as our crew does,
Yeah.
obviously. And
But like, is talking to the customer for 3 hours and doing no work worth the $30 an hour? No, it's not. Not even close.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is too. For how long he's been there, it might be 35.
Yeah.
He's paying that man like $300 a day.
And
Almost.
he doesn't do a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
To do nothing.
And to be fair, he did nothing today because there were 6 of us there. It didn't need all of us.
Yeah.
It was just it's the day before Christmas. We don't have shit.
Yeah.
You've been on this job forever. You're telling me you're not going to finish tomorrow. So she was just like, please go out there and help them finish.
Yeah. But that's probably why she sent you, because it was him.
Yeah. There's one guy on that crew who knows his shit and works.
Yeah.
Like, the other guy, the helper, the runner, his name's Jeff. He will work. He's a good dude, but, like, he hasn't been taught to work. He's been taught to stand around Joe and, like, go get shit for him and go run things for people.
Right.
We don't need that. That's not going to help us get done faster. We need somebody who can measure their screen, cut it, and put it in.
Right.
It's not hard. It's hard. It's not hard to understand. It's not hard to understand. It's just hard to get right. Bless you.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a shitload of jobs that I applied to, but I've got a few that told me they were interested, but they're not looking at anything until after the holidays, which makes perfect sense. So I'm pretty much waiting until, I think, January 2nd or 3rd, and then I'm going to start getting phone calls and interviews.
I could ask about the field position too. I could bring it up on Monday if you want. Now, I don't think he's going to make a decision, but I could bring it to his attention that there is another option. If you want to just put it out there, if they're open for it. Because it's a damn good job. And if you're good with, like, medium labor field work,
yeah,
then you'll be fine.
I'll definitely be slower than you, so
Well,
I hope that's not a problem.
Well, it's not. It's just going to be an experience thing.
Which I have none.
Yeah, you have to be trained.
Yeah.
But, like, I've been doing it for 2 months, and I'm pretty good. I'm not good.
I mean, you can.
But I can do things.
You can. It'd be a good fallback, but... but no, like the ones I'm looking at are things that I have experience in, and I'm hoping so much, dude. Like three of the jobs who showed interest in my experience and my resume that told me that they were gonna look deeper in after the holidays are fucking $50,000 a year jobs. So. Yeah.
Shit, dude. Yeah. Mine is gonna end up looking like, I think I did the math at something like 74 a year probably at the higher levels once I got like 3 or 4 years of experience and I've been at the company that long.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
That's really good. And all of it's mine.
Yeah.
I really only got to spend like $400 a month. That's not true. I'm up to like 6.
Right.
But still, that's 1 of 4 paychecks right now.
Yeah.
With the less money.
Yeah.
And if it's anything like Ellerly, which I think it will be because I'm progressing pretty steadily.
I mean, not to get too personal, but how long has he been there?
I think he's been there. We found out today it's been 7 months. 7 months? Yep. Did the math. And he got a good raise at some point in there.
Would you say raises every 6 months or?
No, I don't think it's going to be that consistent. I think it's just going to go up to like a point, you know?
Yeah.
I'm wondering where he's going to kick my ass at. Because I'm out there. I know I get good reviews. Because I like the dudes that I work with. And we really work well. I try to keep myself busy. And
right.
Now I'm at a point where most of the time when we go do shit, I can pick things up and help. I don't need to be like, what do I do?
Yeah. But I mean, like, even if he caps you at 35 and that's where you stay.
Well, that's
a lot of fucking money.
Yeah,
that's good money.
Really good money.
That's damn good money right there.
And with the thing is, like, I would rather have the no, as a person who is alone and has all their money to themselves.
Yeah.
I would rather have the no OT.
Yeah.
And have all the time.
Yeah.
Than do this 20 hours every fucking week of overtime.
Yeah.
I was making 20 hours of overtime every week. It sucked. It sucked.
Yeah. You know, like,
it's just not for everybody, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, like, even like Jenna and I actually discovered that is when both of us are, because like my jobs are inconsistent, which kind of sucks. But like when we're both working, overtime isn't even necessary. There was one job I was doing where she was working 40, and I was working 20, and I was making as much as she did with my 20 that she does with her 40, and OT was not necessary from either side. Like, I could have covered the other 20. I could have. But I didn't need to. So I was able to use all that extra time to take care of this place and the kids and the animals and not alter my routine very much.
I honestly maintain, especially because I was even younger than I am now.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually kind of starting to feel myself in certain ways when I move around.
You have no fucking idea.
No, I know. I have an idea. I have an idea, sir. I have hurt myself before.
Wait.
It's gonna come back.
Wait until you're 10 years older still doing this job.
Well, no, this job is like, fucking kidding me? Like, I can lift everything that we have to use in this job by myself almost.
Fair enough.
Like, the only things I can't are windows that are sometimes thicker built or they're like too wide.
Yeah.
For one person to carry. But like, this is all light as shit compared to what I was doing.
Yeah, you were doing steel before.
Yeah, lifting like the fucking every beam is 80 pounds and you're just slamming up like 50 of them a day.
Fuck.
You'd probably slam up more than that if there's like 3 guys working up a wall.
Yeah.
Like working over everything.
Yeah.
And it is just, and every single one after the first one you have to fight in because you have to lap them over each other and make sure the holes line up. And they never do. It's a tiny little pinprick.
Right.
So you jam your wrench in it and you just fuck it open. You just jerk it back and forth until the hole is big.
Right.
Enough to put the bolt through it.
There you
You
go.
have to do that on every one. There's 4. Well, you only need to cross bolt it usually, so 2
Yeah.
twice. That's probably 10 times every wall. Probably like doing it 300 times every on a building.
God damn.
On just the walls.
Yeah, see, I could never really get into that shit. Like, I did, when I was younger, I did manual labor jobs, far more manual than the traffic control, than doing that shit. I've done.
That was leisurely, dude.
It
We
was.
were outside, but
It was. It really depended because, like, I don't know what kind of sites you worked when you weren't with me.
yeah,
Um,
I had some that were a bitch.
I
I
had.
got told off one time by Steve.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I
Flipped
had.
a guy off.
Which one was Steve?
The black guy.
Oh, yep. I remember him.
Yep.
Good
Good dude.
yeah.
Very, very professional.
Yeah.
He did not like that
Yeah,
behavior.
fucking awesome dude.
Hey, somebody blasted past me.
Yep. He
like, up to hit me.
he
And
loved.
they just ignored the sign, so I flipped them off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was the guy with 5 kids. That was Steve.
Uh-huh.
Yep, I remember him. He was a good guy. He loved to talk the shit up
Uh-huh.
and just let all the swearing out when it was just us. But when we went out on the road to work, pure professionalism.
No, yeah, absolutely.
So there were
Oh, man, I can't like.
there were 2 sides to that guy, but they were both good.
They were both.
He
good,
wasn't
yeah.
two-faced.
So
It was just business and pleasure,
So
basically.
many of those drivers out there. Were
Oh,
like, I can deal with stupidity.
Yeah.
If stupidity, I won't flip you off. I'll just be like,
Yeah.
I'm just staring at you again.
I-
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
When we stopped working together and I followed Richard to Orlando, I wish you could have seen some of those sites I had to fucking work. Oh my god. You want to talk about, like, there was nothing leisurely about those.
Yeah, some of them were a real bitch. I
There-
remember some of the days I had with you were a real fucking bitch.
There was one in Orlando where it was a 2-mile lane shift. And two of the parts were traffic lights.
Yeah.
So we had to have one
Holy
person.
fuck.
We had to have one person on the corner for each one, because we had the road closed and we had the traffic lights. But we had to have
Did you have 12 people there?
no, not even close. And one person had to stay stationary at each intersection, and then we had to have a sheriff at each intersection, because we were telling the people to run the traffic light. It didn't matter if it was red, green, yellow, didn't matter. Go through it.
Gotcha.
You have to fucking go, or you're gonna hold up traffic.
Well, you just held up the entire, so people couldn't turn right either?
Basically, yeah.
You just had to close off the whole right side
Yep.
of everything? Right.
Well, it was the left side, but yeah,
Oh, yeah.
depending on
Yeah.
what way you're looking, but yeah.
Perspective.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, we had to have a sheriff at each intersection, just literally just sitting there. They weren't doing anything. They were there so that we had permission to tell people to run red lights.
Well, people have to be, I assume a lot of people just seeing random people in vests waving them through red lights are gonna not listen to that.
No.
Gonna need to see the cop there.
Yep.
Letting you know, like, hey, go through.
But we had, I even told them, I had spoken to D. I was like, look, during the day, we're going to use the glow sticks because people respond to those. If I'm just waving my hand, they're not going to listen to me. I noticed when I had the glow sticks on and I was doing this shit, they listened. There was no hesitation. They just blew through the red light. Because it looked more official, I guess, than just waving my hand.
Well, I do kind of understand. I understand, yes, it looks more official.
Yeah.
That is exactly what it is. It's just,
But dude,
any guy can come out and wave their hand. Not everybody has flashy sticks.
Those were such a pain in the ass, though, because literally a 2-mile stretch of road with 2 intersections, 2 cops needed all time. And we were there for 10, 11, 12 hours a day. And that job lasted 6 weeks.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, no, honestly, I really like this job.
Yeah.
A lot.
But I will say, D rode around with, the fuck was her name? I can't even remember her name. She was one of the supervisors. Anyway, it doesn't matter. She rode around with one of them because she wanted to go out into the field and see how the jobs worked. And of course, she was brought to my job. And I used that fucking truck like a utility vehicle. And I loved every minute of it because when you're coming up on an intersection, right? So you've got the right turn and then you've got the left only turn, you got the right, that shit, right? And then you've got that middle section. Well, these thankfully were thick enough to hold the truck. So I wasn't going into a turn lane, I was going into the broad middle section with the lines going across it, the grid. But when you cross the intersection, everything turns around, it's like a mirror. But I wouldn't go up and go, I would just go right through. So I had traffic coming this way while I was going down the road this way, in the middle of the road, hopping out of the truck, setting out cones, and she was watching the whole time and didn't say a fucking word.
Yeah, no.
I'm so grateful that she didn't say anything, she didn't write me up, she didn't call me out, she just let me do my fucking job.
Like, all right.
I'm so glad.
Well, you get it done.
I did, man. It got to the point where we were doing that whole 2-mile stretch of road in like 30 minutes.
It's true. That job sucked sometimes. There were just long stretches of time where it sucked a little bit. I remember being out on some random ass fucking road while they were running the rope through the lines to prepare for running wire. That fucking blows. That was just moving the site, moving the zone down the road steadily, constantly, all day, every day for weeks.
Well, that's what's called a rolling zone. Were you doing it correctly?
I think so. Well, I mean, they weren't. I mean, we were just moving it constantly as we were going.
Well, a rolling zone, basically what you do is you find where the beginning is going to be. And then you do the clicks and you set your signs out. And then you find out where the end is going to be. And you do your clicks and set your signs out so the signs don't move. And then you set out one cone for you and you have your sign. And then when they move, you have one cone to pick up and your sign. And you run to the truck and you drive to the next spot, you get out, you set the one cone. That's a rolling zone.
No, we were running a full.
You were running the whole thing, yeah. You were moving all the cones, you were moving all the signs, yeah.
I don't remember who the crew lead was.
Yeah, they weren't doing it right. They were doing it the hardest fucking way possible is what you're telling me.
It's just really like, it's tedious.
Yeah.
It was tedious, and I hate, like, even the worst days I've had here are like, I'm a little grumpy at the end of it.
I'm a little grumpy. I'm so grumpy right now.
Yeah. It's not like, man, I have been in jobs where at the end of a day I am just fucking pissed.
Right? I'm sure you had more bad than good at your steel work.
I liked the work. I just never really liked the people.
Right.
Which wound up being a problem. I would say when I worked with the guys my age that I shacked up with.
Yeah.
For like a year and a half, that was the best time I spent steel working.
I bet your first week at this new job you were nervous as shit that you weren't gonna like the people you worked with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I do that too, man. I
can get along with people. I just can't, because I can adapt enough. I just have to be around long enough to get over the anxiety.
That's why I've fallen in love with work from home jobs, because I don't have to see anyone I work with until I'm actually working.
I feel like this is good for me.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'd love to get out of the house and work, but I'm homeschooling one. Jenna already takes the car. Like, we've fallen into that circumstance.
Yeah, I know. It's not for you.
When I had the company truck, it made it that much easier. She could take the car, I had my truck. But not every company provides a vehicle.
Yeah. I'm wondering what exactly the crew arrangement is going to become if Joe goes soon.
You think they're going to move you over to his crew?
I don't know. They might. Because I have an amount of experience now.
Yeah.
To teach the other guy to do shit.
Well, no, I'm sure the prison dude would take over that crew.
Yeah, no, he takes over the crew.
Yeah.
I'm just like, because I have any experience at all now, they could see fit to move me away from the teacher. But I like the crew.
Yeah.
That I'm on. And I don't think it's liable to change much. I mean, honestly, they could just have two.
Right.
There was two of them for a while.
Yeah.
And Robert will push him to do things. He will not let him be a runner.
No.
Like, hey, do things.
Like, no, you're actually going to work now.
And he's like,
Yeah.
he helped me out. He showed me some shit today, but he's short of patience occasionally.
Yeah.
But we were all annoyed by what had been going on at the all day.
Yeah.
So the shortness of patience was understandable, and he showed me how to roll my shit better. So definitely made it easier to show me how to roll, because you got to pull it tight as you're rolling it in. And I was using the spline that goes into the shit to hold the screen.
Yeah.
It was hard as a rock in some places, and you need it to squeeze into this tiny groove. It's like twice as wide as in the beginning. So when it's hard as a rock, it is really difficult to roll that in.
Right.
If only we had somebody with 16 years of experience to help.
If only, man. If only.
And all that old man muscle.
Right.
I don't know that he's got any of this fucking old man muscle left. He's done lazied it off.
Probably.
All he can do now is talk to customers and ask about how their car runs.
Right. All right, we're at 57 minutes. I'll call it.
I kept it tactful until the very end.
Hey, no, it works, man. All right, guys, in the comment section, if you want to put your favorite job, your least favorite job, or just whatever you want in there. I'll see you next week.